Well, you may not remember this, but once upon a time, you were a child. You were a child full of enthusiasm, full of joy, full of excitement, full of wonder. The world was a magical place, full of possibilities, full of wonder and amazement. And you lived in the moment. You were excited. You were curious about everything. Then over time, we became educated. Our minds became sophisticated by our society, which filled us with knowledge, which made us think that we understand everything, that turned us into this cerebral being. We started to inhabit this mental realm where we think we know everything. We acquire knowledge. And so it's the pursuit of knowledge and the acquisition of knowledge which essentially has made our hearts wither. And it's our heart that needs resurrecting. Because we've been feeding this since early childhood, since adolescence. We've been feeding this. And this part of us has started to die or been withering away since childhood. And so our joy has been fading away. Our enthusiasm, our excitement, our childlike innocence and wonder, which is part of us, by the way. It's an integral part of who you are. Your innocence, your joy, your enthusiasm. That is an integral part of who you are. So look at your life, look at yourself and ask yourself, how much is that part of your life? How much is your innocence playing a part in your life? How much do you allow that part of you to be seen, to be expressed? Is it engaged? Are you excited about life? Do you have enthusiasm on a daily basis? Because the real you, who you really are, is intricately tied in to your joy and your enthusiasm and your passion and your excitement. You can't separate yourself from those emotional experiences, from that state of being, because those how can you put it? I don't know if emotions is the right word, but those states of being come from your heart. The passion, the enthusiasm, the excitement, they come from a heart which is not oppressed, a heart which has not been squashed down by ideas of what you should and shouldn't do, what you can and can't do, what life is and what life's going to be in the future. All these ideas that come from here. The hypnosis, I call it the hypnosis of our conditioned society. It creates this heavy weight in our heart. And that is what has been slowly suffocating who you truly are. And that's what needs resurrecting. You need resurrecting your heart, your innocence, the essence of who you are, the child inside. Who you still are, by the way. You still are that child. Except you've been playing games. You've been wearing masks for decades, thinking you're somebody else, thinking that you're this sophisticated person. You're this knowledgeable person. You're this cool person, or you're this oppressed person, or you're this person with all these troubles and all these woes and all these hardships. Everyone should feel sorry for you. Everyone should admire you. Blah, blah, blah. It's all a theatre. It's all stories. Because the true you, the joyful, carefree, innocent, excited, enthusiastic you, which is desperate to be resurrected, by the way, desperate, whether you're aware of it or not, that part of you is desperate to be brought back to life. That part of you is dying. And so you can't live, you probably know this, you cannot live in this mask, you cannot live with this mask of being somebody. Whatever your role is, whatever identity you've taken, whether it's the identity of someone who's really successful and really knowledgeable and really in control, or whether you've taken on the identity of someone who's weak and confused and who needs help, or anything in between, whatever identity you've taken on since childhood, you can't live through that, because essentially it's fake, it's empty, it's weak, and it's not who you are. Who you are is the light inside of your heart. And the aspects of that light, the human aspects of that light, when it's express through this body, through our emotional being, the aspects of who we are luminous. They're full of energy, full of joy, full of enthusiasm, full of happiness. And that's the part of you that you need to remember.